is an acronym for Property World Africa Network. That is the full meaning of PWAN, Pwan. Property World Africa Network. Some call it African, not African, Africa. So thank you for that. And it was established in 12th of March 2012. That is by March 12th this year, that is next month. Pwan Group will be 9 years old in real estate company, in real estate business. So Pwan is a real estate and marketing information company. There are 3 key words here. Not just a real estate company, but marketing and information. And that information comes in where they introduce networking into the real estate business. As we go by, we still see that Pwan is the first real estate network marketing company in the whole world, not just in Nigeria. But when you go out to say it, some people will challenge you. It's a lie. But mind you that you didn't say it is the first real estate company, even in Nigeria, even in Lagos State, but the first real estate network marketing company. I don't know if you are following. Are you with me? Eh? So Pwan is the real estate company that killed greediness in real estate business. You know, before now, what real estate was all about is, most of, even me, when I was a layman in the business, I think it's agents that handle something like renting, buying of land, selling of land, that kind of thing. Or when you go to the village, the traditional rulers and this and that. But Pwan made us to understand that when you sell a property, you will not be the only one to gain from the transaction. Because there are some people that is a something that connects people. You are looking for a hall in this Ajana. First thing you need to do is to go to an agent and register it. Or you are looking for an apartment, you go and register with those agents. And the agent, you will tell the agent what you want. You may say, I need a 2-bedroom flat in social location. The agent might not have it, I mean. We will now take you to another agent. That agent may not have it as well, they will take you to another agent. Before you know it, you are even the 4th one that will give you what you want. And the other one, the one you started with, you registered with, might not know when you get from the house. At the end of the day, he's not going to get anything. To be now the one that took you to the place that you got what you want, is it not true? So now, what Pwan is doing now is to stop that greediness, one whereby a person will eat up. So as we go on, you understand those ones. So over 8 years of existence, Pwan has empowered thousands of people, families, giving them a source of earning legitimate income in the real estate business. Thousands has been seeing their lives transformed and can now live a comfortable life and also help them achieve their dream of home ownership. Like I said before, the vision of Pwan, and I think we still come to that, is making home ownership dream a reality. So most of us that has belonged with the company, even just people that joined last year, they must have one testimony in one word in order to give. Pwan has transformed lives. I know some of our people now, some directors in this company that was staying on the mainland, but Pwan has made them to move down to the island. And you know the cost of living in the island is higher than the one in the mainland. Is it not true? So for you to move from mainland to the island, that means you have upgraded in terms of financial status. Is it not true? Most of you will know some of them. I know some, and I don't want to go by names. I believe some of our PBOs here will know most of them that has been staying in the mainland, or because of Pwan business, the way they receive incomes monthly have made them to move to the island. Next slide. So to make home ownership dream a reality is our vision here as a company. You know, every organization, when you go to banks, some other corporate organization, you normally see their portrait there, where they write their vision and their mission. So because in every business you do, you must have a vision. And what is that vision? Vision is like, okay, I'm going to Ikeja. My vision now is where am I going to? Ikeja. Are you following me? Now the question, because vision goes by mission. How do you now get to Ikeja? That is mission. Are you following me? Your vision is you want to go to Ikeja now. Is it by transport? or by air, or by boat. That is the vision. Now, since our vision is to make home ownership dream a reality, then how do we do that to people? We do it by discovering affordable lands in the fast developing areas and make them known to people. And we also show you how to make money and buy your own land and build your own house. Now, you can see the ways here. Discover affordable lands in a fast developing area, not just to discover affordable land. I believe Sambisa Forest, a plot of land now will not be up to 100,000. Because if they go to go and buy, will you go? Eh? But what they say here is affordable. One, the price is something that you can be able to key into. Now, not just affordable, because when you go to like Ogun State, outside Lagos, you will see that some land that are still like 150, 200,000, 300,000. Oh, the other point here is fast developing areas. I don't know if you get me. So once you have that kind of affordable land in a fast developing area, you know that the vision is calling for. That is making home ownership thing. So we just discover those lands and then show you as a POP how you can make money to buy your own land. Because once you are selling land, God must make it possible for you to have your own land as well. You cannot sell what you don't have. Am I lying? If you are selling an orange, for instance, the customer comes, he will ask you, so is this sweet? I think that would be the question. Or about the more that they will ask you whether it is sweet. That what does that mean? You must have tested it. This is what you are selling. The first question, I don't know whether this thing is sweet. Am I making sense? So if you have not tested orange, and you have been selling orange for over 2 years, and you cannot explain what orange is all about, then how do you encourage me to buy? So that is why Pwan bring in that program to show you how to make money and buy your own land. Because you may say, some people now, when you call them for seminars, when they come and hear everything, or you register, they will tell you, I don't know anybody that will buy land. Some used to say that. Most of you will know what I'm talking about. I don't know anybody. That is why we have two programs here. As we go on, we see the two different ways we can make that money. Not just by selling land, but Pwan is into property business, which is landed property and buildings. So then the other one is the other way you can make money as a PBO. I'm doing this slide now. Next one. So these are our core values in Pwan. We call it ARISE in short form. And the area stands for accountability. Landed business is not something that you can just, it's not like Akara, you buy and go. It's something that goes with documentation. When you buy land, you can't just pay today, they just give you the land, that is the end. No. There are processes. For instance, you have your receipt, proof of payment. Once you present your payment proof, there will be a receipt given to you, then documents, contract of sale, and other things. So we are accountable for everything that is necessarily needed in the business. Likewise with BBOs, because it is your own business. Once you are selling, you are not selling for Pwan, you are selling for yourself. So you will be the one to make sure that these 5 ways are put in place, because you are representing the company wherever you find yourself. So we are accountable for the transaction, the responsibility, of course. When you sell any plot of land to a client in Pwan, as a PBO, you have to follow up with the account department, the people that are supposed to do other documentations, make sure that those things get to the client at the right time. Because when they expect you to give me my receipt or contract of sale, you will fail. It will look as if you are not responsible. You take the responsibility of all those things. Then integrity. Integrity is the key word as well. Because whatever you do, that's why for those of us who are coming for the first time, we provide every necessary things for you to make money in this business. For instance, if you sign in today, the next step you need to take is to go for site inspection. We always encourage that. You are not paying for transportation. The company will take you to all our various lands. Depending on the affiliate you are going for. All the affiliates, they have their inspection. When they ask you questions, you'll be able to answer the question. Whatever you tell them, let it be exactly what is on ground. That is integrity. When you say the right thing, a kind of somebody being sincere. Now what if I tell that this tie is red, when you look at it very well, you know that it's a red tie. Not at the end you see that it's is orange or wine color. I don't know if you are following me. Then service and excellence. When you join us, you understand all these things, that these things are put in place. So we are there to serve you well and give you excellent service. Because there is a difference between service and excellence. Service is for you to do the thing you are supposed to do. But excellence comes in when you do more than you are expected to do. Next slide. Now, this is the history of the company. The founders of the company is a couple. Dr. Augustine Ozoma Onwumen and Dr. Mrs. Obioma Onwumen. That is the couple that founded Pwan. And this Pwan was found when the couple was stranded just to have 300,000 to pay for a flat. They couldn't afford 300,000 to pay for the apartment. So they started sleeping from one friend and neighbor to another. It was from there that they discovered this vision of Pwan that since we passed through this, they now think of how to make other people not to pass through the same thing they passed through. That is how the Pwan ownership comes to existence. So the soulless couple were at the time sporting from one place to another, which I have just said, end up building a brand which has in turn related several landlords into millionaires in real estate industry today. So Pwan brand started as Pwan Homes in expansion in mind. From Pwan Homes, then they give birth to another company called P1H. P1H was the first affiliate after Pwan Homes. They started with Pwan Homes, but I believe by today, the company has over 16 to 17 companies in existence. It's like a group of companies now, just within the space of 8 years. So from 2016 to 2019, other affiliates were vetted. This became the beginning of Pwan Group. Today we have more than 17 affiliates operating under the umbrella of Pwan Group. All of this became possible as we consistently follow our vision, which has kept us together. Next slide. I hope you are following. Yes. So if I'm too fast, you let me know. So today we have so many affiliates, which I told you, and all of them have their estates. So we have made it easier for every PDO. For instance now, if Pwan Homes don't have a land where your client lives, because when you go to meet a client, they might tell you, you say Bejuleki, they say no, don't you have land in some don't. Maybe the person is from Ogun State. I'm just giving an instance, example. I don't know if you are following me. Or the person is from the east. You might say, no, I just want to invest in Ogun. I don't want to do anything here in Lagos again. Oh, we have land in Ogun as well. If it is not P1 Homes, it can be P1 Plus. It can be P1H. We have P1 Premium. We have P1 Legend. So about 17. So, and all of them have their estates in different locations. So there is no how you will not meet up with the client request. If you have the right to market all, and they pay you their commission accordingly. Next slide, please. So as I earlier said, Pwan Homes is the first real estate network marketing in the world. They are the first people that introduce networking into real estate. You know, normally before now, even me, if you call me for any business, at least I know I don't want to mention names, which most of us know them. Come and join me in this my business. They will ask you first, is it network? If it is network, nobody will be interested. Is it not true? They will tell you, no, okay, don't worry, I will get back to you later. The person will run away. If you are your friend now, they will start avoiding you because you are into networking. But this our type of networking is purely different from that one we have in mind. Because it has happened to me. Like when I know people, they mentioned the network, I was not interested. I'm sincere with you. But my first commission was indirect commission in this company. So it was not my effort. It's just because I registered someone and I don't know that the person has the capacity of selling that. As I said before, when you talk to some people, they will say, no, I don't know anybody that can sell that. If you don't know anybody that can sell land, you might know someone that can sell. Sorry, anybody that can buy land. You may know someone that can sell land, then you make money. We will come to that later. So your colleague in the office is your customer. Your neighbor in the house is even your uncle, your father. Maybe your father is wealthy enough and he's still buying some properties for the children which you are part of them. And most times you buy those land somewhere, you don't get anything. But if you introduce your dad to Pwan today, he buys the land, maybe he's buying it for you. You still have some money from the money he spent on the land back to you. Is it not better than spending it out there? So you can't tell me that you don't know anybody. You have uncles, you have brothers, sisters, cousins. You must know somebody. Even students. There was a time we went to Owele. The time we opened our Owele office. I was among the people that went for, awareness campaign to let Owele people know the time Pwan, and Owele was our first branch in the east, in the southeast. So we entered, we started both Imo State University. We went there, students, most of them signed up, youth compass. Because you are a student, if you have a plan B, where you are still in school, you know the kind of government we have. After you service, you face your problem. And it's not a must that after school you must work in companies. You must be on time or so. You can start up your own business if you have the knowledge and all it takes. So that's why those things, it was not limited to anybody. It's not limited to anybody. Students can sign up. Even Okada riders. That's how I say. No matter how much you believe the reality, it's not this network marketing, it's not real estate business. Because of the multi-level compensation. So we'll talk about that compensation when we get to the stage. As the first ever company to incorporate network marketing real estate globally, we empower people to make an honest living through real estate marketing, and also show them how they can acquire affordable properties at zero cost. Pwan Group is presently operating in 15 states in Nigeria, just within the space of 8 years. Before we started from Lagos here. From Lagos we moved to Ogun State, Imo State. You can see the state, we stayed there. But almost all the southeast and south, Pwan has taken over the whole place. And they are still expecting more. So when you meet clients, there is a variety of locations. We have different locations where they can choose to invest their money. Before, we normally concentrate only on Ibejuleki. Ibejuleki is the new Lagos. So I know some Igbo people that has that Biafra mentality in them. Because once you are into business, you meet some difficult customers. So we tell you that they have sworn not to invest in Lagos State. You tell them, okay, no problem. Which state are you from? You have land in Imo State. We have in Anambra, we have in Enugu, we have in Delta. They might pick interest. I say, okay, we are in Imo, we are in Anambra. From there, so it's not a must that you just only Lagos, or maybe you are not from there, you cannot sell land. No. You can be a Yoruba person, or you have a neighbor, or a colleague, or a friend that is an Igbo man. And he has that mentality of, I don't want to buy from Lagos. Tell him that, yes, I have land in your place. You might be wondering, how can you from Yoruba sell land to me from Imo State? No. And you don't need to go to Imo State before you sell our land here. No. That is why Pwan is there for you. All you need to do, all our offices, we have people to contact. If they want to go for inspection, they can go or send someone. Like I know most of the people. The first land I sold, the person was staying in the US. So it was from the relative, the sister that went for inspection. And that is over the land. I was not there that day. They will call their people over there, help me and go and check where the land is. If it's in a good location, it's a place that can, add value in short period of time. So when you do that, our people there will take control of everything on your behalf. So Pwan is there to serve you better. It's not that, I'm not from other states. For that, I will not sell land in Nigeria. No. Or I'm Nairobi woman. No. It doesn't work that way. We can sell in Ibadan, we have in Ibadan, we have in Ogun State. Next slide. Now, this is that networking aspect of the business. We market property using network marketing system, aka MLM. So when you meet those people that are so scared about network marketing, you can baptize the name and change it to MLM. And MLM simply means multi-level marketing. I don't know if I'm flowing. Yeah? Yes. If I'm not flowing, let me know. If I'm too fast, let me come down. So if they are scared to hear, maybe when you tell him that, come on, we are marketing land through network marketing, they will run away. Tell them that we're marketing land using MLM method. The person might ask you, what is the meaning of MLM? Just tell him multi-level marketing. And that is what the diagram is trying to describe for us. And for you to make it easy in this kind of business, we work by 5 numbers. It's not that just when you have 5 people, you are doing for the whole thing. No. But just at least get 5 people involved in the business. You can go far as to get 100 people. And you have to know that it's not everyone that you sign up that will be interested to go continue with the business. Some people will just, since you are disturbing me, how much is the money here? Let me go, so that you don't bother me again. I don't think if you have come across something, they will tell you that, okay, how much? Oh yeah, please. Some will be interested. That is why it's good to bring them to the seminar, so that let them hear from the horse's mouth. Now, when you get 5 people, encourage them to get their own 5 as well. Once they do it, they are moving in that business, because you cannot lead alone. If you can, there is one teaching English that says, if East did not go, what will go? If you cannot sell land, you can still be making your money through the people that you bring in. Because there is what we call indirect commission. For instance, now, this is my sister. I signed her up to join the business. Maybe for over 1 year now, I've not been able to sell one land. But based on her own, everybody has his or her own star. The way God created the person. She can just talk to one person, the person decided to buy. Once she sells that land, I'm having my own money. Why she have her own? So that I'm not going to meet her that, Sister Sylvia, I'm the one that introduced you to B1, and you have sold that lawyer, find me 20,000 now. No. B1 knows that without you, she won't come in. So as they are paying her their own commission, they are paying you, the person that brought her to this place. So that is it. So B1 Group is the unit of marketing real estate in the world. We have empowered a lot of entrepreneurs, which we will see them very soon. Network marketers in the field of real estate throughout Nigeria and beyond. We also focus on being a leader in the area of social responsibility by extending helping hands to our immediate community and beyond. P1 is saying all these things with proud, because I could remember that social responsibility. Not just the IT business, selling land and property. When our office was at Main Street, for those of us who are familiar with Sangote side, the road was not motorable at all. We are at number 6 so Main Street. It was from there we moved to this pulling wall and on the express. So that road was something else. It was the GMD and chairman that come up with. They go to the local government and meet the chairman to tie that road with interlock. So anybody that knows the Main Street, you know that Main is tied by interlock stone. It was done by P1. And they are not the only one using that street. They are just at number 6. You know, in every street, you have other people, both residents and offices. P1 was the people that single-handedly tied that road. That's what we mean by social responsibility. Some of you too will testify last year during the lockdown. They were like sharing some things to people. That is the helping hand they are talking about. So once you join P1, you are in a safe hand. We have made thousands of people components through our highly flexible business model. We now have estates and operating 14 states, which I have said earlier. We have commenced buildings in some of our estates. All these things, we are not just telling you like stories. That's why if you are coming for the first time today, once you sign up today or any time, the next step, before you even start talking to people that have plans for sale, go for inspections. It is free. Nobody's charging you. Once you get to the office at the appropriate time, at least our inspections will go in 3 batches in a day. 3 times every day. I don't know if I've changed it, but I believe it's 3 times. So if it is P1 Homes you want to go for the day, you go to P1 Homes office. The drivers are around to take you to all the lands beside the one they told you that started development and different and so. If you are going for P1 Plus, if you need those offices and the addresses we will give you, or you go to the website, you get it all. Just go and know the things you want to market. Those things they are saying here, whether they are real or stories. That's right. Now, there is what P1 does every year to PBOs, the people that are doing that business for them. We call them ambassadors. It's based on merit and qualification. Every year they give out brand new cars. They take people abroad. At least most of us, who are not having any traveling experience. If you are P1, one day, you must travel abroad. P1 will be for all expense paid trip. So this is one of their first ambassador. That was I think this is Ojoromi 2015. They give you brand new car. I know that brand new car is different from Ogbuoka car. Talking of Nigerian use. Is it not true?
Yes.
If you are driving a brand new car or if you are driving a brand new car here, you can be able to testify what I'm talking about. It's just for you to start it, put fuel and go. For at least 5 years before you think of going to mechanic to work on it. So they give out brand new car. This is the ambassadors 2016. That year they gave to Ambassador Ogbuoka and Tosi. In 2017, they gave out about 5 brand new cars. 5 brand new cars. This is one of them, and I know most of you there will know them. This is Bella Obenabo. Mr. Chibuzo and Auntie. These are the 5 people they gave brand new car in 2017. Iola. Then 2018, this is the star ambassador. This is Krista. And followed by another superstar ambassador, Madam Fuke. Then the current ambassador they have 2020/21 is Madam Antonia Chinwe Ogbuoka. Please help us then see the car. You can see the car they gave her. So I believe this 2021, before the year runs out, are we going to have an ambassador for the year? Yeah. And who is that? Who? Somebody is electing somebody already. God will do it. Just the effort. They don't do IM in it. Once you qualify for it, nobody will take it away from you. So the international activities, this was 2013 in South Africa. These people are, apart from the GMD and the chairman, the rest are people just like you. They are POBs. So if you qualify for it, nobody is taking it away from you. Dubai 2019. Same Dubai last year, 2 years. Dubai 2019, London 2018. And then this one, US. Las Vegas, to be precise. They went for a program called GoPro that year. Then Dragon and everyone is retreat for, I think, senior partners, assistant managers. Once you qualify for it, you go for the retreat. Then there is what we call performance bonus. We call it annual performance bonus. So it's not just selling land, earning your direct commission and indirect commission. The company still recognizes your efforts. But at the end of the year, like presently, how we can earn this performance bonus is we have about 17 different companies. If we can be able to sell properties from 5 out of that 17 in a year, and they have their calendar for the year, because next month is the convention for 9 years of existence. So from January last year, sorry, from March last year to February this year, to 1 year, those that will collect in this March. That is how they do it. So because the convention is on March 12th. I don't know if you are following me. Yeah. So those ones that performed well last year, they will have their own performance bonus next month. It transfers again from this next month to the other year. So we can see 2,075,000. So the qualification, how you can qualify for the bonus is sell from 5 different affiliates, then above 15 million for the whole year, for 12 calendar months. If you can sell up to above 15 million, then total sales for the year is I think 1%. That is where you are seeing someone having 2 million plus. So just like with bank, they call it profit share. After you must have earned your commissions, qualify for brand new car, all this and that, they will still give you this. I think the company is trying, are they not trying? Yeah. I will give a round of applause for them. Okay, let's move on. Evolution of the P1 business model. When the P1 plan started in 2012, many people got empowered through the system, who we are referred to as independent business developers, IBDs, generally known as consultants and partners. So those of us who are over 2 years with us, we know what I'm talking about. Before now, we call our people, consultants, the ones that sign up with 1,650, then can sell 650, you are a partner. But the company look at that today because we are selling a timeless product that we believe will stay with you for generations and keep us together and also help you bring the desire of becoming a homeowner to reality. What they are saying is, you know, since we are born, you can see that land sales and lease started from the beginning and up to today, it's still going on. Sometimes I want to ask myself this question that if they are selling all this land, like speculating that every day people are selling, is land going to finish? That is what the question I normally ask myself. And now I want to use this opportunity to ask you people, are they going to sell all the land on earth, even just in Nigeria? Is it possible? No. For example, now travel from now to Sokoto, you will see land. Land will never finish. Instead, people will expand it. Like Lagos is almost congested and saturated. We are moving to Ogun State. When you go to Mowe, Eba, for those places, are they not Ogun State? But someone that is staying in Mowe is staying in Lagos. Even Songo, some other places. So land is not going to finish. That's why people are saying that this is a timeless product that we are selling. It's not that after this year or next year, or next 10 years, everything will go down. So they now introduce B1 business owners. So they are no more recognized as consultants and partners because now they are B1 business owners, whereby you are going to have your own land and your own house. Because today you too can become a B1 business owner. So about B1 owners program, as a pioneer in real estate industry, following our vision of making home ownership dream a reality, B1 Group designed this program for our members to begin their journey towards owning a home or property, subscribe to a house, land in any of our B1 companies, and enjoy the benefit of paying for it over a period of time. What they are talking about, why they call them PPO, and this is the benefit of signing up as a PPO. B1 has looked at it that if you are selling this land and you don't have money, because I don't think there is a land in Lagos State that is less than $1 million, and you may not be able to count 1 million now to buy land. They said, okay, sign up as a PPO. In that dream of making your own home a reality, you will now bring a program whereby you can subscribe and be paying gradually over a period of time. It's just a benefit for you signing up as a PPO. Because once you are selling to people, you must have your own. So people want you to have your own land, your own home. And in the end, the question of your choice, it's not necessary that it must be in Lagos. If you want it outside Lagos, the company is there for you. The pure business owner program is a program designed for you to become a proud owner of a land or house, ranging from 1.5 to 60 million, depending on your capacity. So it is now left for you to say, okay, I need a plot of land for 1.5. There is a little amount of money you'll be paying every month. And that you can pay it at a zero cost. When you mention that word, zero cost, some people might think, okay, does it mean it's free? I'm not going to pay. No. I know most of us here have some other businesses we do. You either want to cater for other things, or you can decide that once I sell any property in P1, if my commission is 40,000, please take 10,000 and give the other 30 for me for my land ownership. They will give you an opportunity to extend it to a longer period of time. At any time you complete the payment, you have your own land or your own house. Next slide, you. The deal gives you the liberty to choose the best payment plan suitable for your budget and work it out. It also gives you the liberty to choose the location you would want your house, just as I have said. P1 has established in various locations in Nigeria, and you can choose from any of these locations. Interestingly, if you do not want any of the locations we have, then you can choose where you have land, and we will come there and build for you. So what they're saying now is, those places I mentioned earlier that they have properties, if you are not interested to have any land or building there, Maybe you have a Kaduna, and that is where you want to build your house. Tell Pwan, they will come to and build the house once you get to that level of giving you the whole house. Now, who is a PBO? Which I explained before, P1 business owner. The PBO is a member of the P1 group that starts his or her business by first subscribing for a land. Is what I was saying. That if you sign up as a PBO, you can subscribe for any of our property that you like. That since I'm selling land, I must have my own. And it is very easy for you because you will choose a payment plan that is very, very suitable for you. They are not forcing you to pay outright. You choose a payment plan that will be very easy. That once I end my connection on my PV, let it go for the payment of the land. So at this juncture, I would like to introduce my colleague in facilitating for today's training to come and take up from there and explain for us the PV I just mentioned. And with no other person than Madam Mrs. Chinwe Ogbuoka. Please can we put our hands together for her?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Jim. God bless you. Yeah, my name is Chinwe Ogbuoka. I came all the way from Malaba and I came from Muslim. And most of you are from Ireland. My name is the first name on that list. I was here before 10. So, majority of you came late. The last time I came, it was the same thing. Please, this business is not, it's not a business you just take anyhow. You have to be serious. Thank you very much, Mr. Adim. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. Yes, the topic I want, before I continue with the slide, I just want to tell us about team building. It's very, very important. Because if you get to go through this slide 1,000 times and you don't understand what team building is, or you don't embrace team building, it will not work for you. That's true. If you come into this business, P1 real estate network marketing business, without having team building in your mind, you will not go far. Just take it or leave it. That's the truth. It can never be overemphasized, the importance of building your team in this business. Because if we help you to retire early, not only retire early, you will retire rich. And it's very easy. Building your team is very, very easy. It's something you just do seamlessly. So I'm going to give us 3 tips. 3 things you need to have at the back of your mind if you want to grow your team. There's 3 very, very important things you need to know if you want to grow a large team. By the grace of God, I coordinate Alaba Center, and it's a very large team. A very large team. God has been helping us. We've been doing greatly well. Very, very well. Very, very well. And personally, before I joined P1, I didn't like networking. You told me about networking because of the perception I have about it. I can't talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be alone, you know. Tell me about networking, you are talking to the wrong person. But now, I even prefer telling somebody to join the business rather than telling the person to buy. Because from November or October last year till now, I've been benefiting from referral bonuses. Not even my direct sales. Can't even remember if I've actually made a direct sales. But indirect commissions is so mind-blowing. So mind-blowing. So the earlier you grab team building, you embrace it, the better for you. So the very first thing you need to know if you want to build a large team is that you should know that the pace the pace of your team is the pace of the leader. The pace of the team is the pace of the leader. You have had some people, probably had some people say that the pace of the team can never outgrow that of a leader. It is true. It can never outgrow yours. The pace at which your team is moving can never outgrow your own pace. It's also applicable in this business. We're talking about point value, how you're going to achieve it and meet your target. You can't do that without building your team. It cannot work. You can't be paying 15,000 every month and you expect to have a house of 50 million in 5 years. It's not possible. It's not. So you need to learn how to build your team. Leading by example. Leading by example will not only motivate your team, it will not only motivate them, but it will make them grow. Not do what I say, but do what I do. Let them see you do it. Let them see you go out. Let them see you bring people in your team, in your meeting days. Let them see that you are the one that invited these people to the meeting. Because in our portal, you cannot actually see the activity of the upline. But the upline can see the activity of his or her success lines. So, but bring this physically to your meeting days and let your people, your success line knows that you brought in so persons in this meeting today. Let them see that you are talking to people. Let them see that you are introducing this business to people. Once they see you doing it, they will do it. But you cannot just be telling them, or you say, okay, bring my 5. Once I bring my 5, I will just go and relax. Then my 5, bring my 5. You will go anywhere. That's your 5 will not get their 5. Sometimes people tell you bring 3. You are good to go. Don't stop there. You bring 5, don't stop there. If you want your 5 to bring their 5, keep bringing. By the time you keep bringing, they will be doing what you are doing. That is one. Then another thing. The second point we need to note is that some of us do that often because you just bring in a new person and you just leave that person. Please, you have to engage and support new members. You have to engage and support new members in your team. You engage them with activities. You support them. Just like a newborn baby that needs love and care. That's how they are. They need love. They need care. They need you to show, give them attention. Give them time. Mentor them. For some of us, it may be difficult. You may say, oh, I'm just new. I don't know much about this business. That's more reason why you need to bring them for training. That's more reason why you need to bring them for mentorship class. And as you're bringing them, you are coming to, don't just send them and sit down at home. Because they will do as you are doing. They are leading by example. You need to mentor them. It will encourage them. Show them love. Even those ones that are in your team that have not sold, or not have not even introduced anybody into the business, still show them love. Give them time. Give them attention. Give them attention. I know my sister's line, my direct sister's line, who brought somebody. That's my second generation. Who brought somebody late last year into our team. I mean, when he started, for the first year, he didn't make any sale. Even to recruit I was even forcing him. Tell people about this business, even if you are not selling, bring people to this business. But that girl made a sale of over 50-something million naira. Over 50-something million naira. So you can imagine, if you have such person like 3 or 4 of them in your team. So even if you are getting your 3% or you're getting the 5%, you are good to go. If you really want to enjoy this business and the package noted in Pwan business, you need to grow your team. Then the third point, you need to give them tasks. You need to give them tasks to do. So, maybe your team members are not all in the same location. You could create WhatsApp chat group. You can do a Zoom meeting. But you must make sure you are giving them tasks, whether daily tasks, weekly tasks, or monthly tasks. And you can just have a tip of maybe incentive to appreciate those people that actually did what you asked them to do. You know, you can ask them to get a book to read. You can decide to review the book together. You can do a Zoom meeting and review the book together. You can decide to give them a target, like talk to 5 people a day, how many people have you spoken with. You have to be intentional about all this. Because if it works for them, it will work for you. As they are growing, you are growing. As they are growing, you are growing. So please, I want us to really embrace team building. Don't run away from it. I know every one of us wants to make sale. You want to sell. Yes, it's good to sell. And it's good to test that commission. But it's sweeter to test the passive income. The one you did not work for. The one you didn't make phone call about. You didn't market it. You didn't do anything. And you just saw the alert, the alarm. So we just enter. That one gives more joy than the one you know. You said you not met some client that will stress the hell out of you. Or you won't call, they will not pick. You know, at times you are not even excited about it any longer because you have really stressed yourself to get that thing done. For the indirect commission, most especially the second level, not even the first level, first generation, the second level and the third level. You may say it's 3%, but if I do the calculation, if you know the number of persons that are in your, for instance, okay, a minimum of 25% in your second generation, and if each of them makes a close a deal of 10 million, if you are using 3%, 25 times what? That's 10 million, 3% about 300,000 less tax, times 25. That's about 7.5 million, right? Okay. So if you have your, if that's your second generation, then your first generation where you have just 5. Maybe you're the person that likes to work with 5. I just have 5. I'm okay. I'm good to go. What if the 5 are not selling? Or maybe they are selling. Yes. The 5 of them makes a deal of 10 million each, and you're getting 5%. That's how much? 5% of 10 million is 500 times 5. 25 million. 2.5. So which one is more?
The third level.
The third level is more. It's more. So it's better. You get it more when you have a larger team. So if you're here and you've not told this business to anybody, you don't have even one person in your team, you're cheating yourself. See, if you bring this person now, and some of us used to be so greedy about this thing, you bring this person, and this person talks to this person, or this person, she brings this Adani here for me to prospect for her. Some of us just want to bring him under you immediately. Oh, I'm going to benefit directly, I'm going to get 5%. But see, the 3% you're going to get with the number of people on that level will wow you. It will wow you. And you know, we spoke about integrity here. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. But the person you don't show this business, you don't tell the person the secret, the truth about it, you definitely know one day. And when the person knows, the person will not be happy with you. So just say it where it is. And be straightforward about it. Because if at the end of the day, you'll be the one to benefit from it. It's a lifetime business. It's not a business where you just come in and go like that. You are building wealth for generation. I don't know how many of us understand it that way. I don't know about other networking business, but real estate network marketing business, selling the timeless products, and you building your team there. The land is there for you. The land is there. It's there for the clients. You are looking at it. You are building your team. You are buying more land. So you are just creating wealth for your generation. Creating wealth for your generation. That's exactly what you are doing. So shortly we are going to look at continue with our presentation, so we can really understand this point value thing. I know that many of us do not understand what we are talking about. Point value. We will hear several times. We will not really get it, but see, keep coming. It will get you to be sinking in. Keep sinking in. You don't need to know everything at once before you start. Don't wait until you know everything. Just start. I used to tell people that come and say, if this is your first time, take one chef flyers. You don't need to know everything. And if you want to bring somebody to your business, you don't need to know everything before you start telling the person to join. If it's only, okay, when you make a sale, you get 10% commission. If that's all you know, do it. keep talking about it until you get to know understand every other thing about the business. So, what is the benefits of being a P1 business owner? You earn point values. You earn point values. Point value is the currency for the P1 business owner program. Every point value accrued is translated to cash. Everything you do in P1, everything you do, you sell land, you sell flourish estates, you get your commission, you get point value. You recruit, you get point value. You renew your membership, you get point value. You introduce somebody, the person you introduce into the business, introduce somebody, you also do what? Get point value. So it's so enormous. And this point value can be translated to cash. 50% of that money paid into your home ownership account, 50% paid into your bank account. And then you choose the location of the house. You can subscribe for your home ownership for your children. You can choose to pay monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. You can win a brand new car and also qualify for an all-expense paid trip abroad just with your point value. And you cannot get point value without building a team. You can't get reasonable point value. Let me rephrase it. You can't get reasonable point value without building a team, without building your team. Because it's not what you can do alone. You can decide to be selling only flourish estates. Yes, it's going to give you point value if you're a mega sentinel. But not everybody has that grace to be selling properties all the time. So that's why our GMC and the chairman came up with, okay, let's make it this way. So even when you register somebody, even when you bring in somebody that signs up with 1,650, you get 1 point value. But I want us to aim at the higher level, elites and VIP level. If you bring in somebody who signs up with 1.5 million, automatically that has made you a VIP. That has given you 1,000 point value. Next slide, please. So some of us are just looking at me and like, this point value thing has not really gotten it right. So 12 ways you can earn income as a P1 business owner. These are the 12 ways. 1, your direct recruitment bonus. You have 7,200. You have 11,520. 7,200 is for gold PBOs. Those people that have refused to subscribe for their own home ownership. You just sign up with 7,650 and you feel, oh, I'm good. Let me keep bringing people into it. You are losing a lot. But that person who steps ahead of you, who becomes a classic gold by paying just 15,000 naira into his or her own home ownership and bringing a new person who also came in with 52,650, that PBO gets 11,520. Do we get that? Okay. So that's one way of earning through this business model. The next one is indirect recruitment bonus. This is where team building comes to play a larger part here. Team building, indirect. I brought her in. She brings you in. When you sign up, the company will still pay me 5,760 and also pay her. If she's a classic gold, the company will pay her 11,520. Okay? Alright, the third one is direct sales commission. This direct sales commission is from 5% to 10%. Other states remains 15%. I hope we are aware of that. Are we all aware of that? Yes. Okay. So you can imagine having a large team. Having a team of, let me say, 30 or 25 in your team. Whether direct, or let me say direct 25. That's why I said, that's why I don't want to go with that word, just get 5 and you're good to go. No. 5 is not enough. At all. It's not just enough. You can't stop there. Okay? So your direct sales commission can be 5%. That's when you sell a land, when you sell a house, You go 10% when you sell a land, okay, within Lagos State. Then 15% outside Lagos State. That's the third way you can earn as a PBO. The fourth way is indirect sales commission, and you earn this in 3 levels: 2.5%, 1.5%, and 1%, including flourished cities. Remember, flourished city estates gives you the benefit is so much. You get point value. For instance, okay, let me use one for example. Let me use flourished city Lagos, selling for 7.5 million for 600 square meters. You get 5,000 point value. 5,000 point value. Just for selling flourished city Lagos. You get your 10% commission. And you know that we get this point value up to 9 levels. Do you know that? Yes. Up to your 9th generation. They're also getting that same point value you are getting. So if you're encouraging your team members, if you have a large team, and they sold flourish, I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say, and they sold flourish, you all get, if she's the one that sold flourish, or mommy at the back, sold flourish. How many of you here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of you will get, you are the upline, okay? All of you will get that point value, 5,000 point value, from what she did. Team building. That is why you cannot stop at 5. Don't ever try to stop at 5. Because personally, I don't even intend paying for my house or for my land with my cash. I want to pay for that house with my point value. It does not make sense. You know, even when you are subscribing 1.5 million every month or even every year, the point value will wow you. The benefit that comes with this point value is so enormous. When you get to a fire manager, you will see that you can go home with a car just with point value, just for getting at that level. Okay? Alright, let's continue. You can also, another way you can also benefit is center recruitment bonus, center sales bonus, PBO monthly performance bonus, annual performance bonus, PBO PV bonus, PBO Airlines VIP bonus, manager or leadership bonus, and director bonus. See, all these things are what you get by coming in, joining this P1 business ownership scheme. These are the 12 ways you can make money from them. I've just explained about 4 of them or 5 of them. The other ones you get to understand better as you continue. Like I said, you don't need to know everything to start. Okay? So let's run along. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. Alright, this is the model. I bring my 5, you bring your 5. And we grow faster together. But when I bring my 5, I don't intend stopping there because I want more money. I want more indirect commission, sales commission. I want more indirect recruitment bonus and all that. So I'm not stopping at 5. But this is how you are going to see it in your quota. There will be spillovers. So the 5 you have, if you have more than 5, you see them going down the 5. So that it will have a structure. Okay? But you are still the sponsor. And you are still making your direct commission from them. So don't stop at 5, please. Some of you will be targeting 5. If you target 5, if you are targeting 5, please change that perception. Go more than 5. Please. Go more than 5. It's going to help you. If you target 5, you may not get 5. You get it? Or even if you get 5, you may not get good 5, solid 5 team members. So that's why you need to go more than that number. Next slide. How to make money using the point value system. Every time you recruit a PBO, you earn point value. You recruit a PBO that comes in with an associate PBO, 1,650, you get 1 point value. You recruit a classic PBO, that's with 16,650, you get 11 point value. You recruit a gold PBO, you get 25 point value. You recruit a classic gold, you get a 5-point value. You recruit an elite PBO, you get about a 100-point value. And a VIP, you get a 1,000-point value. So the way of making money through this system is so much that I personally wouldn't allow any one of them to slip past me. There's nothing you do. You call for Pwan and you make money. You know, you bring somebody, I don't know. In fact, it wows me. And when I start out to understand, to really digest this point value stuff, I look at it and say, this is just our move. This is just free money. Free money on the air. So let's quickly grab it. Then every time a PBO recruited by you subscribe for our whole ownership, you still earn point value. If you're the one that recruit him and decides to subscribe for his home ownership, anytime he pays for that scheme, you get point value. Anytime he makes payment, you get point value. At any time a PBO recruited by you does maybe some payments or multiple deposits, you earn point value. You earn point value up to your 9th generation. I've said that before. Next slide. Up to your 9th generation. You are earning point value even while you are sleeping. Look at this illustration. Assuming you recruit 5 PBOs who also do the same. This is what will happen in your business in 8 months or years or any time in between. Starting level. This is you. Remember, 35-point value is when you sign up as a gold PBO, classic gold. That is 52,650. Remember, 1,650 is your registration fee, 36,000 is your admin fee, then 15,000 is the minimum deposit for your own home ownership. That is 52,650. That gives you 35 PV. So signing up alone, you have gotten 35-point value for yourself. And a point value is 12 naira. So 35-point value gives us 420 naira only. Shipping money, right? Next slide. Okay, so when you have your 5, this is what you get. 5 times 35. 5 of them, each of them gives you 35-point value, gives you 35-point value. And when you convert it to cash, this is what you get. 2,100. And when they do their own 5 too, you get that. So up to your 8th generation, this is what you are getting just from point value. You are getting how much? Please, can you echo this out? Can someone echo it out? 205 million, right? Or am I not seeing clearly? That is what you get just by signing up a classic gold PBO that comes in with 52,650. 52,650. Up to your 8th generation, this is what you get. You can achieve this in 8 months. 8 weeks. It depends. Some people 5 years, some people 2 years. It depends on your mindset. It depends on what you want. It depends on your why. It depends on whether you actually understand this package. This is just point value for signing up. I'm not talking about the sales that these people will make. I'm not talking about the sales they are going to make, the commission you are going to make from them. This is just point value. And I've not even talked about the bonus you are getting for signing them up. Remember, you are getting 11,520 for signing them up, times the number of people here. So just for signing them up, 205 million. Tell me, what kind of house can you not get? What kind of house can't you get with 205 million? Just by introducing this business to somebody. Team building. Carrying your team along is very important. If you really want to achieve this, you must carry them along. You must nurse them. They are new. I've had a lot of complaints in my centers. She registered me. She doesn't want to give me attention. I asked her for that, she will not give me. See, if you don't know if you can't attend to your team members, look for somebody who knows to help you. And And then your team members see you as a worthy leader. They don't see you as a worthy leader. I know you cannot really please everybody because some of them can be so unteachable, some of them can be so tiring, some of them can be so annoying. They can even talk to you anyhow, you know. But please, you need to still show them that you are the leader. You need to show them love, give them attention, give them time. Not all of them, so it will be difficult for you to carry along, but I'm sure that by the time you keep mentoring them, they will come around. They will come around. Okay? It's very, very important. If you really want to achieve this, next slide please, you need to grow your team. You can't do it alone. It's very important. Now, the growth pattern as a PBO. There are 9 levels. 1, P1 business owner. Once you sign up that form, once you open the portal and you register, you're already a P1 business owner. Then the next level is assistant manager. Who is an assistant manager?
Someone that represents 5 people.
Okay, I'm going to see that. The third one is manager, 4th senior manager, sapphire manager, emerald manager, diamond manager, diamond director, and national director. Next slide. Okay, the level 1, sign on. Next slide. Okay, when you recruit 5 PBOs, you will be recognized as an assistant manager. It's not when you recruit 5 associate PBO. Who is an associate PBO?
Someone that registers with 1,000.
Someone that registers with 1,650 is an associate PBO. But that person that registered with 1,650 can still go ahead and still paying for his or her own home ownership with the minimum of 15,000 naira. Okay? With 15,000 naira, he gets just 10 point value. Okay? But the person cannot enjoy the benefits of getting up to his or her 9th generation. It's just your own personal effort. Do you understand it now? Okay, so the next level, after you have signed up as with 1,650 and associate PBO, then paying your 15,000 makes you a classic PBO. Then if you start paying your yearly admin fee, which is 36,000 naira, that makes you what? Gold PBO. You become a classic gold when you are a gold PBO and you are paying for your home subscription with 15,000 naira. You have started with 15,000 naira. It makes you a classic gold. Are we getting it? It makes you a classic gold. That means what you have is 52,650. That's what you have paid so far. It makes you a classic gold. So as a classic gold, if you have 5 classic gold, it makes you what? An assistant manager. Do we get it? Do you get it?
Yes.
It makes you an assistant manager. Okay. Next slide. Level 3, manager level. Develop 5 assistant managers. Develop 5 assistant managers. Remember, an assistant manager is that person that has 5 classic gold under him or her. Okay? So, if you have 5 of them, you are already what? A manager. But you can even be the one that recruits them. If you do it alone, there will be 30. That means you have 30 men in your team. You did it alone. But if you work with your team, you have a very strong team. You have 5 assistant managers already, and they bring their 5 each. You become a manager. We used to call it team manager in the other platform. So it's the same thing. Next slide. Level 4, senior manager. When you develop 5 managers or 5 team managers, remember a team manager or a manager is that person that have 30 PBOs in your team. Okay? 30 PBOs in your team. It's not 30 associate PBOs we're talking about here. Okay? We're talking about classic PBOs. Okay? Because as you are bringing them, okay, imagine you have 30, you're a manager with 30 with 30 classic. Those 30 classic has given you 35-point values. Is it not? Times 30. Each of them gave you 35-point value times 30. So whether you are the one that brought them directly or not, you know point value, you accrue point value up to your 9th generation. So you are getting that 35-point value over and over. Level 5. Next slide. That's a Sapphire Manager. Sapphire Manager. When you develop 3 senior managers with an accumulative PV of 100,000 PV in any of his or her 3 pillars. Do you know that selling Flourish estates can make you attain to this level? Selling Flourish estates can attain that. This is where point value is talking. And before you get to this stage, you have developed a larger team already. Before you become a manager, you already have 30 in your team. Before you become a senior manager, you already have how many? 100 in your team. And they are giving you point value. So when you sell more, you don't just focus on in this one business. You don't focus on just one particular aspect. Don't just focus on recruitment. Recruitment is good, yes, you bring your team. But then you can focus on Flourish estate because it gives you point value as well. It gives you point value. You can sell Flourish estate. It gives you point value. Okay? So when you have point value up to 100,000 in any of your 3 pillars, remember you have 5 pillars. So in any of your 3 pillars, and remember you have this, it's going to be an accumulated point value. In any of the 3, when you have up to 100,000, 100,000 point value, it's doable. And look at the benefits. When you said being a PBO, you can get a free marketing car. It's as if you're just reading the answer. When you get to this level, these are the benefits you are going to get. A marketing car valued 1.5 million and a cash of 1.2 million naira. Remember, you have gotten your 11,000 plus 11,520. You have gotten your direct recruitment bonus already, and probably gotten indirect recruitment bonus, and then you still get these benefits. Who wouldn't want to enjoy this package? Who wouldn't want to enjoy this package? Let me see your hand. You don't want to enjoy this package? It's free now. This is how just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it, you're going to achieve it. Like I did when I was starting. I didn't like network marketing. But see, I have studied this very package. It's so sweet that you can know it, you know. The benefit is so much. The benefit is so much. All you need to do just explain it to them. And I say you don't need to know everything. If you don't know what to say, see, when you join this team, you make a sale, you get a commission of 10%. Calculate 10% commission of 3 million or 5 million. Use one of your products as an example. See, when you sell a land of 4 million, the company pays you 400,000 minus tax. Which white collar job will give you that? And first you will be like, oh, I don't know anybody. Yes, but this business will make you know people. Because what you are selling is not just, you're not working drugs. I didn't know anybody when I started. I didn't know anybody. But I saw the business. I said, oh wow, so if actually you can, I saw the slide, I saw what they were giving cards. I said, and I happened to know one of them, Ambassador Ebenego now. I happened to know, I said, so they actually gave this woman a car. So it's true. But I didn't believe her story. When she was saying they gave her a car. I was not at the meeting when she at the graduate when she was saying that. But when I was told, I said it's not true. No company can give you a car. They can just say the truth. Why would I lie like this? I'm sure that so many of us have that mindset. No, I said it, I said it. I told the one I was selling, I said, please say something else. I don't want that story. Let her just tell us that her husband got her, which at this company, giving her car. The woman said, she cannot remember the name of the company. They want the name of the company. You bring on the car, she bought it for her. I said, it's a lie. I buried that matter there. Honestly, until I went for the seminar, I was invited. I sat down, just like you are sitting. And I saw the slide. When you got to her car, I had to stop the presenter. I said, sorry, please. This person, she looked like somebody I know. Is this a baby? She said, yes. I said, so this is true. From then, I said, in this business, I must make it. So maybe you are still waiting for the person, somebody you know, somebody you know, like, for you to believe what we are saying. Please don't wait until you see somebody you know. Start. Don't wait, it's real. It's real. Everything you see here is real. I mean, there's something I admire a lot about Antonia Ambassador. You know, immediately GMD came up with this point value stuff. And so when you subscribe with one point, she quickly subscribed. I was still waiting to understand. Let me get this thing. You know, some of us are still waiting. I'm not as we are now. Some of you are still waiting to really digest this thing before you start. And where she is now, she has made a lot of point value. And made a lot of point value for herself. And even some of my team members, I was telling them, come on board, come on board. I was so surprised to look at my bottom. I found out that those people that were even my first 5 in the old platform, they're no longer in my first 5. Because they didn't sign up that PBO form earlier. They're now in my second generation, probably the third. I said, look at what you've done. You would have been in my first 5, so you will accrue more point value for the people that are under me. So please, some of you are still waiting for somebody you know to hear that this person has made it before you take the step. Don't wait. There is no time to wait. Fire on. And like I said the other time I came for training, I said overtaking is allowed. See, in this business, overtaking is allowed. Like I was saying, I told you, I said upline, please make sure you carry your success lines along with you. Make sure you mentor them, give them attention, give them care, lead by example. But see, overtaking is allowed. I overtook my upline. It's allowed in this business. Once you come in, it's you. Be serious about what you want. Know what you want and go for it. Okay? Alright. So next slide is level 6. Emerald manager. Where you develop 3 sapphire managers. With accumulative, you should listen to that grammar. Accumulative PV. You're not talking about your own personal PV. Accumulative PV is from your team. Of what? 500,000 PV in any of your three pillars. You have become an emerald manager. And this is the benefits. 1 million naira cash, rent subsidy worth 1 million naira, and a account fund of 6 million naira. Just by networking. Just by team building. Just by team building. Tell me, anyone that comes to this level, can that person be poor? Can that person be poor ever? You can never be poor. When I started, I said, you are saving for your future. You are preparing for your, this is your retirement plan. This is your retirement plan. You are planning for your future. There's no how you having this large team. There's no how in a month that something will not, something will not. I receive indirect commission, but I don't even know where it's coming from. The one I received yesterday, I'm still trying to understand where that money came from. I can't even place it. Because I just saw P1. I don't know if it's P1 legend. No, I don't know. It's just there. So at the end of the day, I may not even call. So you get indirect commission. That could be my second generation. You get indirect commission from nowhere you don't even know, where you didn't even work for, but just because you introduce this opportunity to people, and you also encourage them to do the same. Encourage them to do the same. And you can go as far as helping them to also nurture their own if you know they are not good. Okay? It will help your team to grow fast. Next slide. Level 7, diamond manager. Okay? For you to become a diamond manager, you need to have 3 emerald managers with 2.5 million points value. Benefits. Cumulative point value. These are the benefits. House worth 30 million naira. Kitchen and household furniture worth 10 million. Brand new car worth 15 million naira. All expense paid vacation for family of 6 with 6 million naira travel allowance. This is not what's your sales. You know, before now is make a sale of maybe 15 million. When we started this business, you will get a trip to Dubai and all that. See free trip here. Free of charge. Free of charge, just by team building. Just by team building. I us here some of us here, you may be saying, oh, I'm shy, I don't know how to talk to people. See, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can just type it in. You will learn. You learn how to prospect people. Learn how to talk to people. And you know, in networking, there are reasons why people join network marketing. Somebody can join network marketing not because it's not just because I want to make extra income. Some persons don't have that in mind. They are okay. Not they want to make money. What they have is okay for them. So if you're telling them, join this business, you make extra money, you just be wasting your time. That's not what they want. Network marketing, there are so many reasons why people join. You join because you want to network. I'm looking at these beautiful faces. I've met a lot of people just because I jumped in one business. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have been able to meet them. Do you get it? Some people want to meet people. Some people want to associate. That is all they want. They want to mix up. So you need to know what the person wants before you know what to present to that person. You want the person. Someone who is already, you could be a pastor. A pastor may not have time. Let me talk about making money and all that. No. But you want to empower people in his church. So if you join network marketing, he can empower people. Instead of leaving those people to come and say, oh please, your pastor, give me money all the time. Come, let me show you how to fish. So the pastor can come in and then bring members of his church into his team. And they'll be happy, everyone will be happy at the end of the day. He will be making money, you will be making money, the members will be making money. So there are different ways people join this business. So maybe you are talking to the right person through the wrong way, okay? So just try and rephrase it and see how you can talk that person into it. The person may have a business going well, but the person may need an extra income. So that's another way as well. Okay? So let's not just go out there and looking for people who are jobless. It's not people who are jobless that are into network marketing. Don't have that perception that people, oh, this one doesn't have a job, come and join. Even people that have jobs can still do this business. Okay? Alright. So next slide. Level 8, Diamond Director. A PBO with at least 2 Diamond managers will be recognized as a Diamond Director. And the benefits, privileges will be personally communicated. You can imagine. When you personally communicated, how many of us want to get there? How many of us want to get there? Look, everybody wants to get there. I want to get there. But you cannot get there without building your team. Please, you cannot get there without building your team. It's not a one-man show. You cannot get there without building your team. Okay? Alright, next slide. I think that's the last level. Level 9, National Director. So, it's our mama that will be able to explain what these benefits will be because it has so much weight. It has so much weight. Let's proceed. So how to subscribe as a P1 business owner? I've explained this earlier when I started. You can first of all register with 1,650. Okay? Then annual admin fee of 36,000 naira. That's a total of 37,650. Once you sign up with that 1,650, it gives you 1 point value. You become an associate PBO. And when you pay your yearly admin fee of 36,000 naira, it gives you 24. Remember, 1,650 gives you 1 point value. 36,000 gives you 24 point value. That is 25 point value together. Okay? That's at that level, you are a gold PBO, right? Right? Are you with me? Okay. Now you subscribe towards your own ownership by paying in any of the following. 1, 15,000 naira. When you subscribe for your own ownership with 15,000 naira, it makes you a classic gold. And 15,000 naira gives you 10 point value. Plus the 25 point value you have there, that's 35 point value. So that's how we came about 35 point value. But if you decide to come in as an allied person via an allied PBO with 150,000 naira, you get how many point value? 100 point value. And you get 1 bonus point. That's the PBO bonus point value you saw in the 12 ways of earning through P1 Business Ownership Scheme. Okay? Alright, so when you come in with 1.5 million naira as a VIP, you get a point value of 1,000 plus 10 point value. Plus 10 point value. And I also want to announce to us that if you subscribe to any of the Flourish Estates with 1.5 million naira, automatically you have upgraded to a VIP level. If you subscribe to any of the Flourish Estates with 1.5 million naira, yes. Do you get it? You are subscribing. The package there is that if you subscribe to any of the Flourish Estates, that is what I did. Subscribe to a Flourish Estate and start still paying for my home ownership. Okay? So I want the house to be built in Flourish Estate. Am I making this? Am I making any sense? Do you understand what I said? So I want to use my point value to build my house in that Flourish Estate. So I'm paying my monthly subscription, getting my point value, saving it and accumulating it, building my team, so that I'm able to get a house of my choice in the Flourish Estate, which I'm subscribing to. Is that not wonderful? This is home ownership. This is home ownership becoming a reality for every one of us. Very simple. Very simple. Alright, next slide. Okay. Now for those of us who came here for the first time, if you're just here for the first time, this is the account number. So quickly make that transfer. Make that transfer and get across the person who invited you to give you the link to sign up. No time to check time. So like I said, you don't need to wait to know everything. Just start. Just do what? Start. Alright. So start to register as a PBO. So many folks have been finding it very difficult to register because of the new platform we have. So many videos have been sent out for you to watch and learn. Most of us don't like watching these videos that are sent to the WhatsApp platform. Watch those videos, you will learn. But this is also a simple step. You make your registration payments. First, you make your payments into the Zenith Bank account. Then you go to this website, www.p1businessowner.com, and fill the form. But if you have a referral link, if somebody referred you, just go to your browser and type in the referral link of that person. Or if the referral link was sent to you via WhatsApp, just click on it after you have made your payment. Then you will see the write-up that you have been referred by so person. Confirm that it's that person that gave you that link, that the name is there. That you've been referred by so person. So go ahead and fill the form. So you will also receive a welcome email to acknowledge your membership. Next slide. Okay, so if you have done that, congratulations, you are a PBO. Okay. All right. So before we go ahead, she wanted to ask a question. Okay.
I'm just, as we're talking about the Florida City, for instance, so I'm thinking that, what about if somebody